Welcome to CAS 103. In this video, we're going to continue to look at and learn about Moodle. You should already have a Moodle account created. You should have activated it through your email, and you should be enrolled in CAS 103. You've gone to the Moodle page, you've logged in, and you've arrived at your class. Class is going to look something like this. Know that classes are alive in the sense that they do change over time. So when you come to the class, it may not match exactly with what you see in the video, but it's going to be very similar. When you first arrive, let's take a tour. I'm going to switch my role to student. That means it's going to look like it does when you look at it. You're going to see participants. Those are the other members, including yourself, that are in the class. You'll see who you're logged in as. Should be you. You may see an assignment list, forums, quizzes, resources over on the side. You don't need to use those much. Everything is pretty much in the center. Your grades and your profile are over on the side. Now, profile is useful because you can go in and look at what you've written about yourself. You could change your password. You could edit your profile. This is where you could go in and change your address, change your information. This is where we can see what you've done for forum postings. It's part of what I use when I go ahead and go in and log in and grade forums. And there is an activity report area that will allow me to view what you've done and when you've looked at it. It lets you see grades and percentages and feedbacks when things have been put. But know that I can go, in fact, and look at where you've been logged into and what you've been doing. If you have multiple courses, they will show up on this side, of course, because I'm involved in lots of things. I have more than you should. There's a library homepage, citation help, contact the library. There's some things along here. A lot of this doesn't get used much. Just know it kind of sits there. And here's the introduction to the class. Go ahead and read through it. Make sure you have the right textbook. Make sure you've met all the requirements. You're all ready to go. You've read the basic course information. Now, my email address is contained there twice. It's an L, not an I. And then you come into the area just below it. The Start Here area is where you're going to go into and spend some time getting to know this class the first week. Start Here means start here. Read that first. Always read your course syllabuses carefully. They're sort of like your manual to success. Course goals are included there, grading information. Due dates basically say it'll be posted in Moodle. Netiquette. There's 2 sites provided. We always assume that everybody's going to be on their best behavior in an online class, but as we all know, sometimes that doesn't always turn out. Ever heard of an argument someplace? Yeah, that can happen here too. There are some rules and some guidelines to avoid those types of things happening. It is your responsibility as an online student to understand what the basic manners are expected for an online student. That's what netiquette is basically what are the household manners going to be when you're in a course. The instructor's forum is very important. I hope you're checking that very, very often. That should be checked at least every 48 hours. It should send you emails and messages, but don't count on that. It is still your responsibility. That's where I post information about the course. That's where I give hints, tricks, tips, suggestions, try to solve problems, tell you when things have been graded, remind you when things are due. I mean, anything that I could announce is in there. Notice I can click on the top to get back. The coffee shop is your area. Need a ride to a class? I know this one's online, but some of you have classes that are not online. Need to put together a study group, something like that. This is a great place to post it. I do not monitor the coffee shop much. I may get an email coming through, and if I pick up on something I need to look at, I will sure be glad to do that. But that is not an area to ask me a question at. If you qualify for disabilities under ADA, there's some information there. Should you need some tech support help, need to learn about some distance learning resources, i.e. how do I make all this online stuff work? The general college tutoring information. Some terms CAS department tries to offer some tutoring, and if there is tutoring available for that term, it will be updated under there. Resources that Student Services can offer you through CGCC. Course casts are through the textbook as well as this. And should you have your name or your email address wrong in Moodle, this is a step-by-step PowerPoint to take you through that. Another resource that's going to be added is a free online PowerPoint viewer. You will have to download it, install it on your machine, but that will let you view PowerPoints without having to buy the full Office suite that contains PowerPoint. However, if you're going to continue on in the CAS department taking, say, CAS 133 or any of the other CAS courses, you're going to have the full Office anyway, so now might be the best time to buy it. So that gets you a little bit of introduction. For the beginning part, you need to spend some time reading and exploring that.